iconic lighthouse in New London is the destination for many people visiting our state as well as for locals in the area. But now a cease and desist order is blocking the public from accessing this lighthouse. That's because some living nearby have growing concerns about so many people visiting it. News 8's Tina Detel is live in New London this evening with more on this. Tina?
You know, controversy has been surrounding this lighthouse for a few years now, ever since a nonprofit has taken over, and that's because a lot more people are now visiting it. It actually sits, I should say, in between two private homes, and one of those neighbors has a lawsuit against it. But right now, they're considering a zoning change, and that's because people want to know how many people will be coming to it and when they'll be coming to it. So that's something which has become another concern.
The foot traffic has increased at New London Harbor Light ever since it was taken over by a nonprofit promising to keep it open to the public. On this day, local school children were hoping to take a tour.
The kids were so disappointed because they were hoping to get up into the lighthouse. And usually in the past we've been able to take them up the 119 steps all the way to the top.
The lighthouse has been off limits since July when a cease and desist order was issued pending a possible zoning change.
If the zoning change involves the idea of this being a museum, it obviously is not a museum, it's a lighthouse.
A lighthouse surrounded by neighbors who are a lot less than a stone's throw away.
We're worried about liability and when people are coming across our land, if somebody gets hurt.
Until access is built on the other side of this wall, most folks have been using this ramp. They come up here to get to the lighthouse. The only problem is, right here is where the lighthouse property ends.
That close proximity to these private homes is raising concerns about who can come to the lighthouse and at what time of day. Concerns which have prompted the call for a zoning change. If the zoning board deems it a museum, the New London Maritime Society may have to establish hours for access and other rules before anyone is allowed back in.
Well, I'm not sure what has been done in the past about the zoning, but I do know that the lighthouse has always been open to people.
Now, the Zoning Board of Appeals will meet next Thursday at 6 o'clock at City Hall. Those who support the lighthouse as well as those who have concerns are both expected to be there. We're live in New London, Tina Detel, News 8.